Hello, everyone. This is Rich Witch, Julie Nelson, and I'm here today because I'm going to show you how to create a beautiful love spell. And this can be a self-love spell, love in general for all that is, or love for a relationship. Now, as I say that, the first thing that pops into my mind is that when you're doing spells, it's not about pulling in, especially a love spell, about pulling in a specific person. It's about the right person for you, and you are the right person for them. So be really, really mindful of that. So I'm just going to take a minute to do a little bit more of a Palo Santo smudge. I'm going to let that sit there for a minute. So I'm going to show you the tools that we're going to use for this beautiful love spell. Now, I've done a Rich Witch love spell in a bottle for myself that I did maybe a year ago, and I activate it by smudging it and, holding it and chanting my personal mantra. And also I've tied it with gold thread because I also potenized it with doing a knot spell, and then again sealing it with a little bit of wax on top. So we're going to make one similar, and this is going to be a general love spell. I will activate it later for myself, but the idea is to show you what you can do. So I actually have these gorgeous wee bottles here, and they're perfect for doing witch's spell bottles or spell jar. You can use any kind of jar that you have in your cupboard. It does not matter. Remember, it's all about the intention. I'm just very lucky to have a box of these that were gifted me, and they're actually old chemist bottles for pills. And yeah, they're absolutely perfect because they fit in the hand really nicely. So you can sit there and hold them and activate them, or just potenize them, reactivate. And also they're great to carry with you. So you can do protection spells, money spells, abundance spells, any kind of spell using a witch's bottle spell. So my first thing is as well, so I've got some goodies here. I've got some organic rose tea petals that came from the Nimbin Apothecary. I've got some of my own dried mini roses that I picked from a friend's garden. I have got cacao CO2 because chocolate is very sexy, and really with a love spell, you want to embrace all of you. It's also freedom and, yeah, very sexy, very sensual for the feminine essence. I've got some unicorn here, which comes from my 5 mini unicorns. When I trim their tails, I keep their hair. And that's just to add a little bit more of the mystical magic from my unicorns. And I've got some beautiful rose quartz chips. And I have bigger ones as well that I love to combine. I don't know, these ones are actually a higher grade, and I like to put them in as well because honestly, I feel their vibration is much higher. Then I have chosen a full, this is not necessary, this is me, right? A full gorgeous little fragrant dried rose, a mini rose. Then I have my essential oils, and I've chosen some of my favorite goddess oils. So rose, of course, is for self-love. It's about receiving, it's trust, ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, and abundance. And it's a must in any love spell, in my personal opinion. Then we have ylang-ylang. And ylang-ylang is very sassy, very bold, very confident. And these are all the things that we want to conjure in. And so when we have self-love, unconditional self-love, we then create or know that we are worthy. We have more confidence. And that in turn leads to attractiveness or magnetism, which then leads to manifestation. So ylang-ylang is this bold, sexy goddess oil that I love to put in. And of course, jasmine, which is my personal single signature scent. And she's ruled by the moon. So there's that very beautiful, nurturing lunar goddess energy within her. And also, she's the mermaid of the ocean. So she's very powerful. She's a shapeshifter. And I always have this vision of her under the moon on a beautiful rock. And she's got, you know, whales and dolphins and turtles and octopi all around floating in the water. And she might be playing a harp or a mandolin or something like that, really gorgeous, as we've often seen depicted in paintings and images. And the other one that I am using is juniper, because juniper is all about expansion, awakening, optimism, and we want to bring that expansive love. So this is, for me, I'm going to do it as self-love. And when you make your own, you can actually do it for whatever you want. And these are going to be available as well for orders. And coming up, I'm really excited, is a subscription box for love, which can be self-love, lovable that is. And there'll be more about that later on. And the other thing I've got is Himalayan salt. You can use whatever salt that you want. One, it's that pinky color, so that is associated to love, sensuality, calmness, and it's heart chakra. Okay, and and of course I'm going to smudge when I've finished it to complete it. And of course, I'll do another video on knot spells, and then we can incorporate that into your spell. So what I'm going to start with first is putting in a little bit of rock salt. And this is to connect with Mother Earth and ground this beautiful energy. So I put in about that much. For me, there's no hard, fast rules about what you, the amount that you put in. It's totally up to you. Your bottle does not have to be full to the top. Okay, so that's it's up to you. Trust what you work with, what aligns with you. Now the next thing is I'm going to put in a unicorn here. Not a long one, that was a short one. Okay, so let me pull one out. Okay, you might, I'll put it up against my black top. There it is. And what I'm going to do is wind it around my finger so that it's easy to put into the bottle. Now you may or may not see that. Yes, see? So I've put that in because that's really that beautiful magic. And unicorns, horses, represent freedom. They're very majestic. They're very intuitive, sensitive, sentient beings. And for me, they're actually one of the most powerful healers in the world. That's for me personally. And when I actually spend, I'm just pushing down another unicorn here that fell out. When I'm with them, there's nothing else in the, like, I am totally present, absolutely grounded and in the moment. There is nothing outside of us, as I'm a part of their herd when I'm with them. So it's absolutely stunning. So sometimes what I do is I will, pick out specific rose quartz. I don't know, it's just me. I look for the ones that really feel like, yes, that's one for you. And I'm going to take 3 of these bigger ones, right, that I had in this little bowl, because for me, they're very hydration. And some of them, they're super, super clear. So I like that one. Nearly dropped it. Okay. Oh, there's a nice big juicy one. And funnily enough, this reminds me of a little heart. So I'm going to put that in. So I put 3 of them in. And the reason I chose 3 is it's my life path number, and it's a number of creativity, and I love it. Then I won't be too fussy. I'm just going to trust that the right ones come into me, and I'm going to drop in some small ones. Just what I feel. Okay. You can see better when I hold it up. So in there so far is the Himalayan pink salt, some unicorn here, and some beautiful rose quartz crystals. The next thing is, I'm just going to grab a little spoon. I don't want too much of this. The cacao, it is so potent, but it's going to add that little bit of sexy. And you can see I've only got a tiny amount. And it is so, so powerful. Like, it's just like raw chocolate. So I've got a hint of the cacao with the rose petals in here. Not yet, sorry. That's interesting. I haven't put anything yet. I can smell rose. That's really bizarre. Anyway, now I'm going to put in some rose petals. And these are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. These ones, as I said, they're organic and they're actually tea. So they're drinkable. So just a pinch, whatever you feel like. There's no need to pack. Remember, it's about your intention. And as you're doing this, so before I came on call, I actually smudged everything to save some time. And as so for example, I ground the salt a little bit. And as I was doing it, I was chanting the words: love, self-love, grounding, connection, nourishment. And, I love to play with the crystals. So again, it's infusing the energy in them and just doing a wee smudge around any of the other ingredients. And I use Palo Santo, but you can also use the beautiful sage. Some people find sage a little bit too overpowering. I love it. Anyway, that's okay. Now, what we're going to do, something I missed saying about jasmine, and here you can see my beautiful, this is me, because I've got a moon in Cancer, and jasmine is just so beautiful for me and my perfume. But being the mermaid archetype, she is very much about attraction, magnetism. She's also a shapeshifter. I have this vision where I see her swimming towards the shore, and as she gets close, she begins to transform into a human woman and wearing this long, see-through, beautiful gown. It's generally white. like a silk organza with a long tail trailing out as she walks up the beach. Anyway, so I'm only going to put 1 drop of each because we're not wearing it as a perfume. Oh, yum. So it's 1 drop of jasmine into there. Always cap your bottles when you finish so you don't put the wrong caps back on the bottles, because that will ruin, well, it won't ruin your essential oil, but it will take on the smell of the original oil the cap came from. 1 drop of rose, beautiful, luscious color. It's like weird. Rose is amazing because, you know, as a plant, she's very, very adaptable, which is fantastic. And longevity, I mean, roses can keep going forever and ever if they're looked after. When I studied horticulture, I had the privilege of pruning 100-year-old rose bushes. And for me, it was really magical because I really immersed myself in the energy. And they connect you with earth and air. They actually have a balance of all of the elements. This is smelling yummy. So then we're going to put in 1 drop of ylang-ylang. Yep, straight back on the bottle. Yum. They're my 3 favorite oils to put together to have a bath. And I call it my self-love goddess bath. This Juma. Ooh. There we go. Don't know why that was sticking. And this is actually the juniper CO2 in it. No kidding, smells like a bottle of gin. CO2 is just so superior. And I only feel actually 2 popped in. So I'm going to put 2 drops of the juniper. Really cooling on that expansiveness and optimism and lots of self-love. Alrighty, so that is my beautiful bottle. Now, there's many different ways, things that you can do. You can write your intention, like it might be, this is one that I love to chant. I love, I am love, I am loved. And you could write that and put it into the bottle if you wanted to. You could tie it around the outside, use some nice paper and nice ribbon. Then I'm going to pop my beautiful little full rose to sit on the top. Oh, so pretty, so subtle. And then we're going to cap it. Okay. And then I'm going to light my smudge stick. So how easy is it? So it's about having all the ingredients. Just light my Palo Santo. Come on, baby. I want this to get going because I'm going to cleanse, smudge, and activate. So with your intention, like it's been a bit hard for me because I'm actually showing you how to do this. But with your intention, I chant it and have it in the forefront of my mind when I am putting these things together, creating my spells. Oh, look at that. Love that little flame on the Palo Santo. Come on. Doesn't usually stay that long. Oh, that's magical. Okay. So here we go. Smudging. And I would chant like, I love, I am love, I am loved. I love, I am love. I am loved. I love. I am love. I am loved. So mote it be. And that's the spell, your love spell bottle. And then you can enhance it, as I said. I love to do not spell, so I often will do a not spell with it. And then getting a little bit of wax. Some people pour it over so it seals it. I just put it on the top and I put my thumbprint on it. Now, one of the things with this is I can't open it because I've tied it all up, but this, having it open like this, is great because when you feel like, you know, you just need a bit of self-love and nourishment, or you want to, you know, focus on your spell, you can open it. Oh, yummy. And then you can speak your intention for this purpose. I'm saying, I love, I am love, I am loved. Inhale it again and then pop the lid back on it. And that is your spell jar, your love spell jar. Okay. So all of that is working its magic now. And I didn't have a candle ready, but I will seal that with my thumbprint. And sometimes you might feel to create a sigil. And by the way, I'm running sigil workshops. And then you might also, this is what I felt drawn to today, this beautiful, they're called spirit crystals. And the reason that they were called spirit crystals was because they were soaked in spirits, you know, the alcohol spirits. It's a very feminine, soft amethyst energy. And so what I'm going to do is lie my spell bottle on here and let it sit here overnight. And amethyst is beautiful. This is beautiful for transmuting energy. So if there's any negative energy that might have been in your mind or disbelief or anything, it's going to transmute it, transform it into that beautiful, loving energy. I've got mine on my bench here, so I can see it all of the time. I can touch it and speak my intention. I love, I am love, I am loved. And it might even be like, I might change it, like I allow the words to come out that come out. So I love myself completely. I love myself fully. I am a fucking goddess. One of my favorite. I am wild woman, which is my personal mantra, to come really back into my feminine. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, let me know. If you would like me to create a love spell bottle for you, they are $30 plus postage, and we can have a quick chat in Facebook about what your, you know, mantra is. If you want to have a session with me, including having a spell bottle made and sent to you, that is $220, because it's a session where we will look at some astrology, we'll create you a signature mantra, and I do a fragrant oracle reading for you, and I'll give you a perfume recipe that's for you and you only, that you can use in that. Okay, I'm feeling good. I'm going to go and have a shamanic healing now. So I'm very, very excited. This is my third one, and it's going to be interesting, the shifts that occur with this one. So merry meet. merry part and merry meet again. May you have a beautiful, magical day. Signing out, Julie Nelson, Rich Witch. Bye for now.